Und ich wette, aus diesem Kontext heraus werden wir in die nächste Region geschickt. I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory, so I don't know if we could exactly say that we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages.
Agreed, everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done.
You really think so? Tee. It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know that there are still some unanswered questions left. The men who appeared at the Valeria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about.
Well, I guess we have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do.
Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Haha, of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier.
I just hope that my work was worth the price of that grand Chardonnay.
Yes, in fact, there was change to spare. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day.
Die ist irgendwie auch so ein bisschen creepy, finde ich, ihre Bedienstete. Wow, nice that someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the MEHR is as happy as she is.
Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think Eraser could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people.
If you say so. But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time.
You think so?
At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident.
Gerne, nichts lieber als das. Jawollo. Wow, 8000 Mira. Ich bin im 7. Geldhimmel, jawohl. Oh, 6. Klasse schon. Received Petrify Quartz as a perk. Oh, gleich mal gucken.
Yes, the pay the MEHR was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. And this is from me.
Ah, stimmt. Das heißt doch aber offiziell, dass wir das Gebiet dann abgeschlossen haben, oder? Weil nachdem wir die Empfehlung aus Roland bekommen haben, war auch Ende Gelände. Isn't this a recommendation from the Bows branch?
It is alright. Is it alright to give this to us so soon? Of course, it would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it.
Thank you, Lugren.
We work hard so that we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation.
Haha, great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news.
Sure. You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing right now. Not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter.
Yeah, it's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone.
Young man's voice. Excuse me, please.
Yeah?
Aren't you that receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter?
You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits, and among some of the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today.
I appreciate you doing that, but wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with?
It's actually addressed to the Roland branch, but aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? What?
That's us, but...
Oh, perfect. We contacted the Roland branch and they said you had come here.
Here you are, this is the parcel. Ah, Estelle was given both the letter and the parcel. Okay. This letter, yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Roland branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh. Well, that's good to hear. So, that parcel is from your dad too? No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Tschüss. Nett von dir. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those sky bandits. Your bracers sure do excellent work. Sag das mal dem General morgen. Ich glaube, dem wachsen dann direkt wieder 3 neue graue Haare. And to think that a clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read his letter if you'd like. Thanks, Lugren. Well then, let's have a look at the contents, shall we? Auf jeden Fall. Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Oh nee, soll uns bitte nicht verlassen. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind, so I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who has traveled alongside you? And just who is it you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandits' hideout, I wonder? Alright, already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Of course, I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letter seal. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you're probably about finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to the both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Roland, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Shirazad and Aina. Cassius Bright. That seems like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah, it looks that way. The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. Yep, it's about 2 or 3 months away, which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that and let's focus on what's in that package. With an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself, but we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why don't you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know. That's true. Olivier, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually though, Olivier does have a good point. Ja, Joshua ist einfach auch neugierig. So sieht's mal aus. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Check it out now. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sender. Was ist das? Sieht ein bisschen aus wie so ein Auge oder so, oder? Inside was a shiny black, hemispherical device. Also enclosed was a single memo with the item. Okay, die Musik verändert sich auch. Well, what's this supposed to be? It's an ornament, although I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis of it when you find an opportunity. Okay. That's it? Yep, it looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Shira, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? I hate to say this, but I don't have a clue for either. Your father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black ornament anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use, although it feels a little similar to a battle ornament. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle ornament has slots in which to install quartz, but this one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact. An artifact? Precisely, an artifact is an ornament created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the models for all ornaments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in ruins, and for the most part, the Septian Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. Hat sich voll gereimt. But this one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black market item. Ob uns das jetzt irgendwie weiterbringt? Geez, now look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Ja, raste halt künstlich aus. Doesn't he know that we are worried about him? Estelle. Now he's getting some sketchy item from an unknown sender. What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. Wie wütend sie immer wird, wenn es um ihren Vater geht. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Das ist eine gute Idee, huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, "Oh, you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer." Yeah, he did say that, but we've already managed to get recommendations from Roland and Bose, right? All that's left are Ruin, Size, and Grancel. Only those three. If we do jobs as we travel around to these other regions, we just might hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying ourselves for nothing considering Dad's skills. And there's also the possibility that he may have even traveled abroad. But I think getting off our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. And we just might be able to find this Professor R too. Joshua, what? You're a genius! Die Frau hat echt so ein Ding an der Klatsche. Eher das Mädel. Estelle, what are you talking about? This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10. Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, it is ever yes, yes, triple yes! Training to be senior bracers as we travel around Liver, and exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process. I think you're somehow missing the point. It looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Olivier ist noch mit dabei. Juhu. Kommen wir jetzt wieder weg von hier? Sieht ganz danach aus, ne? Aber ich wollte ja eigentlich noch ein bisschen was erledigen. Well, take care. I'm going to head back to Roland now. Nein! Du musst mitkommen, Shira! That said, I'm still a little worried about you too. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Doch, ich will, dass du mitkommst. Give it a rest, Shira. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. It wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if you didn't go back, the Roland branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We've figured out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer stages, so don't overdo it. And if you run into any trouble, contact the Roland branch, you got it? I'll come running no matter where you are.
Sure, thanks, She-Ra. And the same goes for you. Don't get yourself too liquored up.
Ja, das kommt auch noch hinzu.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Hahaha, alright, I'll watch the number of drinks. Ha, never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect fair She-Ra.
Ach, er geht jetzt auch? Nein. And why are you headed to Roland? Not to mention with She-Ra.
That's because I've tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. And I thought it was about time I turned my attentions toward another region. As for Roland's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for, so that's what I'm looking forward to next.
That's pretty much it. He says he wants me to introduce him to a nice restaurant and some lovely vegetables or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along under the condition that he go drinking with me at the bar.
Well, never see him alive again. We'll never see him alive again, ich glaube auch.
Olivier, I really hope you understand what you've promised her.
Ha, I could die for the likes of fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany fair Sherazade instead.
I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me.
Well, have fun, but I'm warning you. Don't you dare make any trouble in Roland, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When She-Ra's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware.
How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? And besides, Aina's coming along too.
Yeah, and she's even worse than you.
The gloves come off, huh? Is that, perchance, what you and Estelle were talking about before?
Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
Jetzt kommt er ins Grübeln. Jetzt hat er wahrscheinlich voll Angst. The Roland-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now.
Well, Oli boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, we'd better hurry and get on.
She-Ra, wait, can't we talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through.
Surely you're not getting cold feet already?
If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. Eek!
Oh Gott, die armen Beine. Also der arme Olivier, oh mein Gott. See you later, She-Ra. Give our regards to everyone in Roland. Have a wonderful trip, you two. Oh, ich werde die vermissen. Aber so erhöht sich natürlich die Chance, und das wird wahrscheinlich auch der Hintergrund sein, dass wir neue Charaktere bekommen. Keine Ahnung. Kann mir jetzt auch nicht vorstellen, wie das ist, wieder nur zu zweit zu kämpfen. Ich habe mich jetzt so an die Konstellation gewöhnt. Hoffentlich habe ich jetzt meine ganzen Ornaments und mein ganzes Equipment auch wieder. Ich glaube, die Folge hat eine mega Überlänge, Leute. Vielleicht werde ich die aufsplitten. Muss ich mal gucken. Wir saven das Ganze jetzt mal. Und zwar einmal hier. Jawohl. Und damit sind wir durch. And that's about the gist of the Sky Bandit incident that occurred in Northern Libya. Ja. And to think that the bankrupt Capier family drifted all the way down here. You might be contacted by Libya regarding the incident, so deal with it as you see fit. Wer sagt das? Wer bist du? Yeah, it turns out I wasn't able to meet him in the end. It seems like something else must have come up. Also, the connection with the Sky Bandit incident is still unknown, but it's clear that another power is at work here. Worum geht's? Ich brauche ein Gesicht dazu. Oh, es sieht aber so schön aus. Das erste Mal, dass wir auch die Perspektive über den Wolken sehen. Ach, ich steuere Olivier jetzt?
No, it's not like that at all. I've also become acquainted with an interesting bunch. The food's great and there are babes everywhere. This is unquestionably my kind of country. Maybe I just take up permanent residence here while I'm at it. Okay, alright, there's no need to throw a fit. Anyway, see what else you can find out. Just don't get caught looking into things by the Chancellor. Oder Chancellor? I'll contact you again, my dear friend. Okay, diese Männerstimme, das war jetzt gerade sein Gesprächspartner übers Telefon oder was? I love messing with that guy. He's just so stuffy and uptight that I can't help myself. A portable phone, huh? Well, aren't you carrying around quite a nifty gadget? Das ist aber nicht Shira, oder? Doch, okay. Warum steht denn da nicht Shira? Shira. Die haben hier Handys? Ist ja auch sehr überraschend. And the fact that you're carrying around an ornament that even the size Central Factory couldn't create, well, how about you tell me who you really are? Come on, Shira, don't treat me like I'm some kind of stranger. I'm Olivier Lenheim, the wandering bard and gifted musician you've come to adore. But if you'd like to get to know me better, I'm sure we could arrange something, a little pillow talk perhaps. How about we skip the foreplay and go straight to the climax? Your cheap antics don't fool me, Olivier. Or should I call you Mr. Erebonian Operative oder so? Hey, it looks like the title Silver Streak isn't just for show. So I guess you were pretending that you didn't notice in front of Estelle and Joshua, huh? I don't want to worry those two any more than they already are. So, back to the subject at hand. Why don't you start talking? Who are you and what are you doing in Libel? Before that, I'm going to have to correct you on 2 points. First off, these cheap antics, as you call them, are totally natural. I'm not play acting or anything, that's just who I am. Oh, I'm sure. So, do you mean to tell me that you drank that wine without paying just because you felt like it? And after that, being taken to the Haken Gate so you could gather information was all a part of the plan? And you even set yourself up to run into us? I don't think so. I leave that part up to your imagination. The other thing I must correct you on is that this device is not an ornament. It is an artifact which was unearthed in the Empire. It can piggyback off any orbital communication system and its transmissions can be encrypted, so there's no worry about them being intercepted. It comes in handy for a busy man such as myself. An artifact, like one of the sacred relics in the Septian Church has stewardship over. Now I'm all the more curious to know what you're after. Oh no, Shira. You should never try to pry into the secrets of a mysterious beauty all at once. How would you like to get to know a real woman? I'd be more than willing to show you with my whip. Shira, I don't see any humor in those eyes. Es ist echt so geil. Immer wenn Shira nicht weiterkommt, droht sie damit, Leute auszupeitschen und es funktioniert irgendwie immer. Es sei denn, er findet jetzt irgendwie einen Ausweg. Well, jokes aside, you really should have just been straightforward from the beginning. As you have already figured out, my position is like that of an operative in the Empire, but I have no intention of sabotaging anything or stealing classified information. I merely came here to meet a certain someone. A certain someone? Yes, someone you know all too well. The one lauded as the supreme swordsman and master strategist by the royal army. The bracer with a special title belonging to... the bracer with a special title belonging to but 4 people throughout the whole of the entire continent. Okay. The divine blade, Cassius Bride, is the one I seek. Und warum? Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Schade, dass das Gespräch nicht weitergeht. Ich hoffe, dass Olivier jetzt unseren Vater nicht sucht, weil er irgendwie mit ihm verfeindet ist oder ihm irgendwas antun möchte oder so. Let's see, if we're going to travel around the entire kingdom, then our next destination is the Ruin region. I wonder which route we should take to get there. About that, so you're really not planning on using an airliner? I think it's going to be quite a detour if we head there on foot. You remember what Shira said, right? We need to walk and actually see the places we protect first. Or was it Dad who said that? Well, I guess since we have some time on our hands, it wouldn't be a bad thing to head there on foot. We could save the money it would cost to use an airliner. Great idea. We can use the money we save to go shopping at the Bows Market. Oh, die Sprache mag ich. After all, we didn't have the time to spend shopping around leisurely during the whole Sky Bandit mess. And then we could leave after that. So what do you think? I don't care either way, but try not to waste too much money. Just so you know, in order to enter the Ruin region, we need to go through the Crone Pass to the west. Ich wusste es. Hätte jetzt niemand den Hinweis gegeben, hätte ich noch gewusst, dass wir da hin müssen. Jawohl. Once you're done shopping, let's leave through the west gate. Okay, the west gate, right? Oh mein Gott, ich kann mich wieder bewegen nach 10 Stunden. Ja, das wird das erste Mal gewesen sein, dass ich zwischen diesem Part und dem letzten Cut setzen musste. Ja, lässt sich manchmal nicht vermeiden, weil du teilweise hier echt in so sehr dialoglastige Dinger reingeschmissen wirst. Aber erstmal will ich gucken, denn wir haben noch eine Mission abzugeben hier in Bows. Genau, nämlich das hier. Diesen Stolen Ring, da habe ich immer noch keine Ahnung, wo wir das finden sollen. Ich habe mir dazu irgendwann mal eine Notiz gemacht. Irgendwann, warte mal, ich muss mal ganz kurz gucken auf meinen schlauen Zettel. Aber ich glaube, da wurde das auch nicht weiter präzisiert. Also, ich glaube, es hieß nur, dass ich, ja, wenn ich bei den Sky Bandits bin, mal genauer nachgucken soll. Aber da habe ich jetzt keinen Ring gefunden. Keine Ahnung. Vielleicht war ich unachtsam. Kein Plan. So, auf jeden Fall können wir hier was reporten. Jawohl. Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. Machen wir. Gibt ja nichts mehr, ne? Genau, Ring haben wir nicht. Ja, hab schon verstanden. So, talk. So you're headed to Ruin, are you? Yeah, thanks for everything, Lugren. We really appreciate everything you did for us. Don't mention it. I'm going to really miss having you guys around. If you ever happen to be in Bows again, don't forget to stop by. You're always welcome here. Thanks. Anyway, we'd better get going now. Oh, das war irgendwie schön hier. Also irgendwie mochte ich Bows. So alles in allem. Ich werde allerdings immer diese Failed Missions damit assoziieren. Aber guck mal, diese Mission mit dem Ring, die ist noch nicht verkackt. Was sagt mir das jetzt? Ach, warte mal. Ich habe ja auch noch... Warte, wir haben ja noch so viel hier zu prüfen. Ich habe ja auch eine neue Dings bekommen. Neuen Quartz. Ich glaube, wir haben alles wieder zurückbekommen, oder? Ja, Eagle Eye hatte ich vorher definitiv ausgerüstet. Das ist doch immerhin schon mal gut. Hier, Petrify ist neu. 3-mal Earth. Okay, das muss ich mir in Ruhe angucken, Leute, weil diese Liste, das liegt ja schon wieder zig Wochen zurück, die habe ich jetzt gerade nicht vor der Nase. Ich hatte mir ja irgendwann mal aufgeschrieben, welche Values ich brauche für bestimmte Dinge, die ich erreichen möchte, aber ich will jetzt erstmal in die... Hier war die Orbment Factory, oder die Orbal Factory, so rum. I came here to make a deal, but it looks like the store manager has changed. Well, I guess it's back to the drawing board. I wonder when I'll be able to bring back some good news to the Imperial City. Okay. Marco steht auch mal irgendwie überall irgendwo anders, oder? War gerade voll falsches Deutsch, aber egal. Nigel was arrested and taken to the Haken Gate. Ja, und da will ich eh noch hin. I guess it's back to managing the factory for me. It looks like old Nigel was involved in some really shady business. Okay. So, hier wird es jetzt aber sehr interessant. Bei ihr fehlt noch ein Slot und bei Joshua auch. Fangen wir mal hier oben einfach an. Keine Ahnung, ob wir uns das leisten können, aber jawohl, 80 ist auf jeden Fall drin. Ach, ich freue mich ja. Ich freue mich ja, wie cool. Dann sind wir hier komplett durch. Und bei Joshua vielleicht auch gleich, es sei denn, das ist teurer. Ja, ist es, aber wir können uns das trotzdem leisten. Ach, wie ich mich freue. Das ist doch mal cool. Sehr schön. Da tun sich auf jeden Fall ein paar mehr Möglichkeiten auf. Hier gibt es aber jetzt nichts Neues, ne? Obwohl, kennen wir das hier schon? Meint? Ich kaufe das einfach mal. Das ist nämlich relativ günstig. Gibt es hier sonst noch irgendwas, was ich gar nicht besitze? Ja, die 1er Ausführung. Ich weiß nicht, ob das irgendwie so sinnvoll ist, sowas auf Pump einzukaufen. Wahrscheinlich eher nicht, oder? Gerade wenn diese Values nur bei 1 sind. Ach, ich lasse es, glaube ich, lieber. Wie gesagt, wir steuern jetzt direkt eine neue Region an und da kann ich das Geld, glaube ich, anderweitig ganz gut gebrauchen. So, wir gucken mal eben kurz, was hier abgeht.
The army returned my products which were stolen by the Sky Bandits. Now I can finally settle down and get back to business as usual.
Sehr schön. Hast du auch neue Sachen im Angebot? Auf den ersten Blick würde ich sagen, nicht. Ich gucke jetzt mal nach rechts, ob da irgendwas grün wird. Ist aber nicht der Fall. Hier habe ich doch von allem etwas, oder? Ja, wir haben, glaube ich, auch alle Accessoires und Equipment-Gedöns-Sachen zurückbekommen. Das ist gut. Das ist fair. Da bin ich ja beruhigt. Ich frage mich trotzdem, wo ich diesen Stolen Ring herbekomme. Gab es hier noch irgendwas, was ich unbedingt haben wollte? Ich bin so ein bisschen hin und her gerissen, weil eigentlich hätte ich jetzt die Kohle, um mir so einen kleinen Vorrat von allen möglichen Sachen zuzulegen. I swear my husband never changes. He started this business so that we could live together in both. If he's got a reason why he backed out at the last minute, he should be clear about it. Okay, kann ich dir leider auch nicht helfen, gutste Frau. Work Helmet. Ja, bei der bin ich immer gleich unentschlossen so. Das hier kaufe ich einmal, dann haben wir 5 davon. So. Okay. Vielleicht hängt das mit dem Ring ja damit zusammen, dass ich dieses komische Notebook-Ding, was wir bekommen haben, am Hakengate abgeben soll. Das will ich ja in der nächsten Folge dann auch machen. It appears that those evil cretins who were causing a ruckus here in Bose finally got what's coming to them. Now I can get back to my business without any worries. Ja, das kannst du wohl. Kannst mich auch direkt mal bedienen hier. So, hier sieht es aber eigentlich ganz gut aus. Ich glaube, meinen komischen Trick hier mit diesem Apple Ice Cream brauche ich erstmal auch nicht. Die scheinen aber auch nichts Neues zu verkaufen. The goods that customers need often change with the times. I need to figure out what those needs are and get those goods in stock. Ja, bisher hast du einen ganz guten Job gemacht, ne? Okay. Sky Bandits arrested. Ach, da unten sehen wir immer die Headline. Das sehe ich ja jetzt erst. Missing Linda Case solved. A first-hand account. Okay, dann werden wir das mal kaufen. Und das auch lesen. Und das wird es dann für diesen Part auch gewesen sein. Also alles andere machen wir dann erst in der nächsten Folge.
With the airliners all stopped up, it's kind of hard to get any new clothes in stock. But on the flip side, these new original store brand clothes are selling better than I expected them to. I've got to succeed with this business to make a good living for my family.
Na, das finde ich doch mal unterstützenswert, ne? Wenn du uns jetzt hier nicht über den Tisch ziehst. Das wird ja hoffentlich nicht tun. Ist hoffentlich ein braver, netter Verkäufer. So, und bei dir so? Ja, den kann ich leider nicht von der anderen Seite der Theke anquatschen. So, I hear the Sky Bandits were finally arrested. They sure caused us a lot of trouble. Kann man so sagen. Na, euch eher weniger. Eher uns. Wir mussten uns ja mit dem ganzen Pack hier begnügen. So, kaufen wir davon doch mal 10 Stück ein. Das ist doch mitunter eine Komponente, die wir auch für diese Ice Cream Sache brauchen, ne?
So, I'm thinking about stocking fish from ruin. They've always had a reputation for bringing in the largest catch in the entire kingdom. That's what a seaport city will get you, I suppose. Ja, mach mal. Ich glaube, wenn die Qualität wirklich hält, was sie verspricht, dann ist das keine allzu schlechte Entscheidung. So, hier will ich auch eine Zahl zu stehen haben. Warum sind denn hier so viele Nuller? Das ist das, was ich alles für dieses Ice Cream-Gedöns ausgegeben habe, ne? So, kaufen wir mal wieder ein. Keine Sorge, ich kaufe das jetzt nicht. Wegen diesem, nee, warte mal, hier muss ich jetzt nicht übertreiben. Das ist nämlich relativ teuer. Ich bin schon wieder ziemlich pleite, wie ich gerade sehe. Wie war das nochmal? Was Joshua zu Estelle gesagt hat, dass sie ein bisschen aufpassen soll mit dem Geld. Aber, hey, da passt kein Blatt Papier zwischen Estelle und mir. Okay, so, warte mal. Dann gucken wir jetzt mal eben noch kurz in die Zeitung. Die war genau wo? Hier, Issue 4. Featured story, case closed, criminals caught, all hostages safely secured. The Royal Army reports that the military's intelligence division successfully located the Sky Bandits hideout in the mountains of Bose. The criminals were apprehended and all hostages were set free. Da sehen wir auch ein Bild, das ist ja süß gemacht. Linde found in abandoned mine. Mere days prior to the Capua's capture, the Linde was found in an abandoned mine north of Revenue Village. Its cargo had been looted and its passengers and crew were still missing, but this was the break the investigators needed to crack the case wide open, and shortly thereafter, that's exactly what they did. Great success for new intelligence division. The monumental task of clue analysis and deduction fell upon the Royal Intelligence Division, newly founded by a young man named Colonel Alan Richard. While the Border Patrol tracked the criminals, a team of intelligence officials led by one General Morgan fed them information and analyzes, yeah. And it was this coordinated effort that ultimately led to a successful rescue. Historic arrest witnessed by media. Don Capua, da haben wir das Bild. Immerhin mit den gesunden Augen. Put your hands in the air, came the cry. With that, the Royal Army blockaded the Capuas before they could escape, and it was all over. Don Capua's blank, disbelieving stare said it all. Die Fotos hat bestimmt alle Dorothy geschossen, wetten? Bracers also play a crucial role. Intelligence and Border Patrol alone can't take all the credit for the successful rescue, as a handful of bracers played a fairly significant role too, modestly dodging the limelight in the process. Several hours prior to the Army's raid, these bracers infiltrated the Sky Bandits hideout through decidedly non-standard means and waged a small war against them from within, keeping them off their guard. In the end, it seems the bracers and the Royal Army really did work together, albeit by accident. Cool, also dass wir hier auch benannt werden, finde ich gut. Ringleader taken to Leaston Fortress. Don Capua, the ringleader of this crime family, has been transported to the Leaston Fortress, where he will be thoroughly interrogated. The Capua's Imperial-made light aircraft Bobcat has been impounded as evidence, and the case is expected to be an open and shut one. Families relieved that hostages are safe. Friends and families of the hostages finally have a reason to smile again, now that they know their loved ones are safe. Bose's Mayor Maybell is overjoyed as well. This is the result we all prayed for, she says, and we owe an immeasurable debt of thanks to all those involved in resolving this incident without casualty. We at Liber News also wish to send our gratitude to General Morgan, along with all his men and women of the Intelligence Division, for working around the clock to track down the whereabouts of the hostages and their captors. Everyone else involved deserves commendation as well, so let's be sure that when they return to their homes, they receive a true hero's welcome. Society. Duke Dunen von Auslese... Was? Duke Dunen von Auslese? Entschuldigung, das liest sich irgendwie total verkrüppelt. To visit Ruin. Our sources say that Her Majesty's nephew is planning a vacation to Ruin, though the exact times and locations remain undisclosed. Society Imperial Citizen dines and dashes. The upscale Enteros restaurant in Bose's North Block suffered a loss this week when an Imperial traveler, would-be musician, bilked on his rather hefty bill.
The man was arrested on the spot and imprisoned at Haken Gate. A bit severe, but it sends a powerful message. Okay. Interessant. Ich glaube, das war bisher die interessanteste Ausgabe von allen. Sehr aufschlussreich, zumal wir ja auch direkt Bestandteil der Geschehnisse waren. Gut, ihr Lieben, nach dieser für mich sehr, sehr langen Aufnahme und für euch wird das, wie gesagt, ich weiß gar nicht, wie lange nehme ich das jetzt hier schon auf. Kein Plan, müsste aber so längenmäßig hinpassen oder hinkommen. Verabschiede ich euch an dieser Stelle. Wir werden in der nächsten Folge zum Haken Gate gehen. Ich werde gucken, dass ich dieses gefundene Notebook da irgendwie gewinnbringend abgeben, umsetzen kann, was auch immer. Und sollten wir ansonsten nichts mehr vorfinden, dann werden wir uns weiter nach Ruan begeben, worauf ich mich sehr, sehr freue. Bin sehr gespannt, was da noch so passiert, aber nicht mehr in dieser Folge, denn ich sage Tschüss und hoffe, dass wir uns beim nächsten Mal wiedersehen. Macht's gut und bis dahin. Ciao!